What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Clickbait. Or I should just call it the Joe Show, because today I am the only one here. But that doesn't stop us. So we have Bachelor Nation breakdown. We have some fan questions. I'm going to talk about everything. It's going to be a quicker episode, but it's going to be a lot of fun because it's just me here. So Bachelor Nation breakdown. Let's get right into it. Big wedding weekend. Colton Underwood is married. So I'm going to pull up the article. It's in People magazine. Colton Underwood marries Jordan C. Brown. They have a beautiful wedding in Napa Valley. They're wearing Tom Ford. Olivia Wilde is there. It looks like a very high-end, beautiful wedding. I'm sure it cost a fortune. But I'm very happy for him. I'm very happy for them. They look happy. They look great. I know I saw so people ran the spread and they hired like the Stanford swim team to like perform a show, which I don't know how many weddings have that. I know they did it in the movie Crazy Rich Asians, but they didn't do it at the wedding, but they did it at the end. They had like a swim team there. So that's kind of, maybe that's where they got the idea. I don't know, but you know, I think if I was at a wedding and I saw that, I would be floored. Very, very glamorous. I like it. And like I said, I'm very happy for Colton. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he seems happy. And they looked great. So good for them. And then from Colton's season, we have Sydney, who just married her now husband, Nick. And I know they also do have a podcast that's actually pretty funny. So check that out. Very happy for them. Another beautiful wedding. I saw they had photos. They posted some black and white, very pretty photos. So good for them. And then last but not least, Hannah Godwin had her bachelorette party in Vegas. I believe it was at the Venetian. You saw at the pool party, they posted like the pool party had like a big photo of her and Dylan. Bachelorette party. I mean, she did it right. There's no better place to have a bachelorette party or a bachelor party than Vegas. I know it's a little cliche, but that's where Serena's having hers and that's where I'm having mine. So I actually leave my bachelor parties June, like the third week of June. I just snorted. It's at the third week of June. I'm going to the Encore in Las Vegas with about 15 of my friends. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, moving on. Bachelor Nation breakdown number 2. Emily Ferguson and her hubby will welcome a baby boy. Love the twins. They are great. We had them on Clickbait. They were so funny. Maybe they might have been 2 of my favorite guests. And her husband is actually on the Vegas Knights. He's in the playoffs right now. I think he scored like 5 goals so far in the postseason. So it's pretty impressive. He's probably one of the better players in the league. He's on, in my opinion, I think the Vegas Knights are going to win the Stanley Cup. So Emily Ferguson, nice job. Okay. Bachelor Nation breakdown 3. Clayton and Susie have been talking on social media again. Well, they were together, I guess, at some influencer event. I don't know why we never get invited to any of these, but they were at this social media influencer event, and her and Clayton posted together. They did like a funny Instagram reel, TikTok, and obviously fans of them and fans of the show are going to comment and be like, what's happening? They actually I thought they looked the most relaxed I've ever seen them look together. They looked good. You never know. I mean, I wouldn't be totally shocked if they got back together. I don't think that's what's happening. But again, like we've seen that in Bachelor Nation where couples break up, they get back together, they break up again. We just saw it with Pete and Kelly. So you never know. I think Clayton and Susie, they were also, right when they did break up, they did a podcast together. So they've always been on somewhat good terms, I would think. So I don't know, you never know. But Clayton was on here last week or 2 weeks ago talking about how he was dating someone or talking to somebody, and he's also looking forward to seeing Jess in Paradise, even though I don't think he's going. But that is somebody he was interested in, but you never know. Maybe him and Susie rekindle, get back together, and this time it's for the long haul, but probably not. All right. Bonus. Bonus is what this says. Best for last. There's been a lot of rumors. The Bachelor's going downhill. The Bachelor's getting canceled. Bachelorettes doesn't get the views anymore. But ABC has officially announced that The Bachelor has been renewed. Not shocked by this. And finally, they've been teasing it for years. Golden Bachelor has officially been ordered. So we've seen jokes, we've seen memes about how they kept on dropping the fact that there's going to be a Golden Bachelor. Guess what? It is here. It is going to feature a man and a group of women on the other side of 60 years old looking for love. So if you do know anyone, reach out. I'm sure at the end of this podcast, I'll tell you where to go. But I'm excited. I think that will be fun to watch. It'll be new. We'll see if the 60-year-olds act like the 20-year-olds. I'll be watching. Hopefully, we could get a few of them on as guests, because I would love to talk to them, because I think that will be very entertaining. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not boring you guys too much. Like I said, I'm here by myself. That's okay. Why am I complaining? I'm doing it. All right, let's go. Clickbait of the week. Is snooping on your partner's phone ever okay? All right, so this was an article brought to you by Mashable. And I think it's the same, like you see your partner's phone sitting there. Do you open it? Do you go through their text? Do you look through their social media? Me personally, I find that pretty invasive. I don't really hide anything from Serena. She knows the password to my phone. So if she wants to grab it and look at it, go ahead. Vice versa with her, but we are married, so it is a little different. If I thought, like, if she, like, hid her password from me, then I wouldn't snoop through her phone, but to me, that's kind of a red flag. And if I, like, wouldn't tell her my password, I mean, there's obviously a reason for that. And I think once you're in a serious relationship, that is something that you guys should be pretty open with. Now, I mean, she doesn't have to go look through all my texts with all my friends, but, you know, like I said, I don't have anything to hide. But I would personally feel uncomfortable if I was dating someone and their phone was there. I wouldn't want to look through it, because I would instantly think that's just bad karma. And if I'm already having those thoughts, then this relationship is probably going the wrong way. That's what I think, but it's all about communication. When you're in a relationship, best advice I could give is be as honest as you could be. And if you're gonna snoop through someone's phone, try not to get caught. Okay. That is the clickbait of the week. All right. So I was off the podcast for about 4 weeks. And while I was gone, you guys sent in a bunch of questions that I am going to answer right now. This is going to be the fun part of the podcast. Whatever you asked, whatever you want to know from me, I'm going to answer right now. Did I send in a few of my own questions? Maybe. We'll see. So our question one, but I'm not going to number all the questions. That'll just take too long. Are you and Serena going to do a first look or be surprised at the altar? I actually do know the answer to this, but I do not feel comfortable saying right now. You will have to wait to find out. Actually, I would tell you, but I'm pretty sure Serena doesn't want that information out there. Okay. What part of your wedding day are you most excited for? I would say the vows. I think the vows are going to be special. I think they're going to be fun. And that, in my opinion, is going to be where I am the most nervous. So after the vows, I feel like I'm excited. I'm nervous for them. And then once those are over, it's like, all right, now let's go have a party. Because that's what we're all doing. We're there to have fun. And of course, I'll be writing my own vows. And Serena's writing hers. So we'll read them off to each other. It's going to be great. Can't wait. Okay. Should the bride and groom exchange gifts the morning of the wedding? Well, this question is new to me completely because I didn't know we had to get each other gifts. We have to get each other gifts for a wedding. I mean, I know we're exchanging rings. I guess that's something I'll have to talk to Serena about. But as of now, I don't have anything in mind that I was getting her. But I guess, I mean, I'll get her a gift. But we're doing our honeymoon. We're going to Italy, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll get each other gifts out there. All right. Do you and Serena have a hashtag for your wedding? Is that still a thing? I don't even think hashtags are a thing anymore. I don't think anyone really I mean, maybe more on TikTok, not really on Instagram, but no, we don't have a hashtag for our wedding. And I don't know if it's still a thing. Are you enlisting any of your DWTS buds to help you and Serena choreograph a big dance moment for your wedding? Actually, I think Alan Burston wants to do that, but I don't know if I'm going to let him. He will be at my bachelor party, though, so maybe I'll talk to him about it there. Okay, next question. Love the story of you and Serena setting up Anna and Chris. Are there any other singles in Bachelor Nation that you would want to set up? That's a good question. I don't really know anyone that... I don't know anyone that well enough to set them up. I mean, Natasha's single, but I don't think she needs to be set up. Nor do I think she wants to be. And I don't know. I mean, I'd like to set up Clay Harbor, actually, because he's still single. But I don't know if there's anyone else from Bachelor Nation that would work with him. Okay. Is there anyone from Bachelor Nation that you think should start their own pod? Ooh, who do I think should have their own podcast from Bachelor Nation? I feel like everyone from Bachelor Nation has a podcast, so I don't know. Serena doesn't have her own podcast. Serena Pitt. Okay. When was the last time you talked to Tia and Natasha? Have you met Tia's baby in person? Talk to Tia every so often on Instagram. Natasha, we went and had brunch, I want to say 2 weeks ago, and I have not met Tia's baby in person, but I would love to. And I do consider both of them good friends. And yeah, I'm very happy for Tia. She's got a lot going on, and she seems great. Okay, how do you drink your coffee? These are more of the questions that I was waiting for. I drink my coffee black. On the weekend, I may put like a splash of almond milk, or, if it's a Sunday, it's a little chilly, I may do like a latte, or at night, I might do a cappuccino. But for the most part, definitely during the week, I drink my coffee black. Do you have a favorite Bachelor Nation memory that we didn't see on screen? No, not really. I mean, I'm sure I do, but it's been quite some time since I've been on the show, so I can't really remember. We did go down to Paradise last season, and it got cut because we went down with Clayton and Susie, and they had broken up before the show. But Serena did get emotional, which I thought was sweet and funny. So that would be one you guys didn't see. Do you have any Bachelor Nation regrets from your time on any of the shows? I mean, if I nitpick, I'm sure I have some regrets, but overall, if I changed anything, then everything would potentially change and I wouldn't really be here, and I can't complain because I'm very happy. So I wouldn't change anything. Even if I do have those regrets, I'm going to live with them. What is the one thing everyone should pack for their bachelor journey? Ooh, well, I would initially say a toothbrush, but a toothbrush is something that they could also go to the store and get you. So for men, a nice suit, because you will need at least one nice suit. And for women, a nice dress. So probably the more clothes, the better, unless you do paradise, which is what I did. And then you just need shorts, because that's really all you wear down there, because it's 110 degrees. What are your dreams for Sundays with Joe? We don't have any new flavors in the works. We were working on a vodka sauce. We might launch that. I mean, my dream is to get it in nationally, as many stores as possible, just to keep growing the brand. And that's what we're doing. I should work more on the content side of things, but like I said last episode, we got into home goods. I have another call this week with a pretty big retailer. So we will see. Just keep growing it slowly but surely. And yeah, I've been doing it now for almost 3 years. Started it during COVID, so don't want it to die, What can you tell us about the GOAT? All I can tell you about the GOAT is that I was on it. And you could go to my Instagram page to check out who else was on it. And I think you should tune in, because it's going to be very entertaining. That's all I could say at this moment in time. But I did really enjoy myself filming it. Any predictions for Paradise? Yeah, let's talk about predictions for Paradise. So we don't really know who is going, right? I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of women from Zach's season, a lot of men from Charity season. But because we haven't seen any of the guys from Charity season, there'll be some callbacks, guys from Gabby and Rachel's season. So I'm going to say, I would think that definitely one of the girls from Zach's season will get engaged. I know there's some fan favorites in there. A lot of people loved Ariel. I don't know if she's going. I could see her potentially getting engaged at the end. If Clayton ends up going, maybe he shoots his shot for Jess. I could also see her. I could see her getting engaged, because I know that was her thing with Zach. Not having the one-on-one and not being able to spend time to get there. But who knows if she did, if she was able to get there, she could very easily get engaged. So maybe her. Those are my predictions. All right. What is the most disadvantageous thing you can do in Paradise? I think the worst thing you could do in Paradise is go into Paradise pre-relationship, or have been seriously talking to anyone beforehand. That always gets messy. And it's always worked for me, so it's, I'm biased, but I think just the way to go into Paradise is just go in completely blind to whoever's going to be there, and just, try not to talk to anyone before. And I know that's easier said than done, because there's a big time gap in between, and people are single and they want to talk, and people get nervous, excited. They want to find out who's going. But I really do believe you shouldn't talk to anyone, because it's only going to cause unnecessary drama and could ruin something that could potentially happen that is good. So that's what I think. All right. What do you think of Aaron, Mari, and Jill filling in on Clickbait while you were away? I think they are great. I've podcasted with all of them. I think they're all very funny. I think they're all very capable. Because I wasn't really allowed to listen to podcasts when I was gone, I didn't listen. But I will go back and listen to them. And I did see the clips. And yeah, I podcasted, I think, the most with Jill. And I think Jill's very talented. I've always enjoyed podcasting with her. So I thought they were great. Please do more live podcasts. I agree with that. I thought our live show was incredible. I was nervous. Serena crushed it. But we had a lot of fun up there. And live shows are always so much fun because, you get to interact with the audience, go back and forth. We're a little looser. We have a few drinks before. We swear. It's a good time. All right. What is one food item that you cannot be paid to eat? I really hate goat cheese, and I want to like it, and you could potentially pay me to eat it. But I just hate it. I hate it so much. And every time I eat it, I'm just like, ugh. I really don't like smelly cheeses, and that it just lingers. Goat cheese has that aftertaste that I just cannot stand. What have you heard about charity season? Any insider tea? Well, I've seen some photos, and if you scroll enough on social media, I'm sure there's some spoiler photos out there. But she looks great. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about her. So I think it's going to be a great season to watch. I'm excited. I'm excited to see her more because I do feel like on Zach's season, we saw a little bit of her, but I didn't really think their connection was too strong. So I'm excited to see when she does fall for someone and someone's really into her, like how's that interaction going to be? So I'm looking forward to charity season. When you and Serena ever make an appearance on BIP Canada, they actually did ask us to go, but I don't know, we had conflicting arrangements, so we could not make it. I don't know. Maybe. When you do appearances on shows, though, it depends if you have anything else going on. Filming is always, those are always long days, so it would just have to make sense with our schedules. But if it did, maybe. I don't watch Bachelor in Paradise Canada. I stick with just one because multiple Bachelor in Paradises will just be too much for me to absorb. Who is your favorite couple in Bachelor Nation to double date with? I don't know. We've been out with Chris and Anna a few times. So I want to say them. But there's a lot of people that I would go on double dates with. We were out in New York. We've been out with Nick and Natalie, but she's not Bachelor Nation. Greg and Victoria we were out with before. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would be, Hannah and Dylan. There's a lot of people that are a lot of fun, and I'm sure I'm missing people, so don't take offense if you're listening to this, even though you're probably not. But, yeah, okay. If you got to go on any other reality show, which would it be? Ooh, after doing something like The GOAT, I think there's not a reality show I cannot do. I would maybe do Survivor. Serena does not think I would do well in Survivor, but I think Survivor would be pretty cool. I do know that you can't you can't brush your teeth or anything like that. So that I don't know how I would do. Toilet paper I know is a thing. So I don't know how I would do, but I think it would be cool. Did you and all the other Bachelor Nation couples get married this year? Check dates with each other. Oh, that's actually a great question. No, at least we didn't. But luckily, none of us are getting married on the same date. But there are a lot of Bachelor Nation weddings, mostly Paradise couples, who will be getting married all around the same time. And yeah, no, none of us. At least they might have checked with each other. Maybe some of them are closer. We did not. But luckily, we're not getting married on the same date as any of them. Okay. Is there anyone from Bachelor Nation that you would like to interview on Clickbait but haven't had the chance? Ooh, I don't know. I feel like we've had so many Bachelor Nation alums on the show. So I can't say, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've interviewed everyone from the nation that I would have wanted to. But if there is anyone that wants to come on that hasn't been on yet, feel free to reach out. We'd love to have you on and ask you all the questions that everyone wants to hear. All right, I think that wraps all of your questions. I could not have done this episode without you guys sending in questions because it would have been very difficult. So thank you so much for helping me fill this episode. This was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Nice, quick, easy podcast. Never really hurts anyone. But thank you to all our listeners for tuning in. We really do appreciate you guys. I do so much. So thank you. And as always, make sure to subscribe and submit all your burning questions. Check us out on social, like, comment, DM us. You know where to find us at ClickbaitBN on Instagram. From there, you can check out all the links to all our other social media accounts like TikTok and Facebook. Share your stories with us. We want to know what clickbait you are looking at this week. And Prime members, make sure to listen to Clickbait ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today, or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus and Apple Podcasts. But before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey. Thanks again, everyone, and make sure to tune in next time for a new episode of Clickbait. I will see you guys later. Bye.